Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of the Mannschrecks. As always, I am one of the hosts, JJ Mannschrecks.
And I'm your other host, Sarah Mannschrecks.
And we are here to tell ridiculous stories and to play a game. We haven't played a game in a while, and I'm excited about this game. Well, okay, we played a game last week.
It's true. We play a lot of games on this show. Yeah, you know.
No, but we're coming back to a classic game, and so I'm excited. We haven't played it in a while is what I mean. This particular game, I'm keeping it mysterious because people care so much.
They do. They're heavily invested.
All right. Are you ready to approach the news desk?
I am.
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, go for it.
I always ask you if you want to go first.
It's true. Just jump in.
Or no, I stare at you awkwardly until you say, do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
No, but I'm going to go first today. YouTuber has a pet fish that plays video games and then makes charges to his credit card instead.
What?
Okay, this is quite a setup. Okay,
I'm
so there is
confused. Explain.
There's a Japanese YouTuber who he rigged up an aquarium for his betta fish so that it would respond to where the fish went. If his fish swims this way or swims this way, it can push buttons as if it was like a controller.
Oh, okay.
And so in front of the fish is a screen, and so the fish can play video games by swimming to the right and swimming to the left and that kind of thing. Kind of weird, but like whatever.
Yeah, sure.
They've done this kind of thing before. There was one where they put a fish in a little car, and if the fish swam this way, the little robot thing would drive that way.
Okay.
You know, so they just have fun getting fish to do stuff.
Why not?
But the fish, so let me read it. A Japanese YouTuber set out to solve one of nature's greatest mysteries. Can a fish successfully play video games? But he wound up with some tough to explain credit card charges. He set out to see if he could complete a Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
It's a fair question of how a fish is supposed to be doing it. He set up a webcam that tracks the fish's motion and using a grid allows it to play the game.
Okay.
This wasn't even the fish's first video game rodeo. In 2020, it cleared a different Pokemon level. It took 3,195 hours for the fish to beat the level.
Oh my gosh.
Something that is supposed to take about 30 hours for a human. That's still pretty good score, right? For a fish.
Fish isn't even actually cognitively playing the video game, so sure.
So he got everything set up, and now 3,000 hours. You obviously are not going to stay there and watch the fish play, right? So
obviously.
What he does is he sets up a live stream. You can tune in and watch this fish anytime you want, right? That's how there are YouTube channels.
I have nothing better to do with my life.
Playing video games.
Okay.
So the owner left, and so the fish decided to go on a shopping spree. Somehow, the fish managed to input the right controls so that the owner's credit card was charged 500, I think that's the symbol for yen, in the Nintendo eShop. Now, it was only about $4. It's not that big a deal, but it bought a new avatar and then sent a PayPal confirmation email. It also changed the screen name to Rawawawawaway. Rawawawawaway.
So the fish sounds like when he's underwater.
It says whether or not that translates into some kind of vulgarity in a yet to be deciphered fish language could remain a mystery.
Of course it could.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, this is so weird.
First off,
why?
There's so many pieces to this story that are so insane to me. It's like, number one, there are YouTube channels where people watch video games. Number two, there are fish that play these video games with setups, like a camera that tracks motion. Number three, people watch fish playing video games.
I don't even want to play video games, but I don't want to watch people play video games, and I definitely don't want to watch your fish play video games, so no offense, but
I feel like it would be really remarkable to watch for like 30 seconds.
It's like the levels of like how distracted can we be with our lives, like how much wasting time can occur, and how many levels of separation do we need to be to really waste the most time. Like, how can I maximize my time wasting? I'm gonna watch someone's fish play video games.
It's not just pointless, right? It's pointless on top of pointless while watching pointless.
It is. It's like Inception with video games and fish. Like,
That's true. There's levels. It's not. I'm not playing video games.
Within a level
I'm
within
not
a level.
playing video games. I'm watching a fish play video game.
You think that's how people feel when they listen to our podcast?
Probably. No, well, and it is a big. Apparently, it's a massive thing. I mean, that's what Twitch is.
Zero
right?
desire.
Like, there's a whole social media empire out there of people watching video games, and they enjoy it. And I guess, like, if you're into the story, if you enjoy the video games, I do not think watching a fish play a very simple game like Pokemon would be all that entertaining.
I struggle because I'm wondering, how is this productive?
Well, and apparently, so it's live, right? And the fish, like, went into the settings. So apparently his credit card information flashed across the screen for like 30 seconds. It was no big deal. He deleted it and he canceled, like, it was $4. And apparently he actually reached out to the Nintendo eStore and said, hey, I need this money back. And they actually refunded the $4. But I would have loved to have listened to that phone call.
Yep.
Hey, my fish
actually made some purchases. Wow.
So
that is so weird.
YouTuber's fish plays video games, buys itself a new avatar, and changes its screen name to Rawawawawaway.
Well, okay. My transition is I'm trying to decide which one to go with, but I feel like either one would be a very abrupt change.
We're gonna take
Mine is actually
left.
a very different type of story, and the title is 6 doctors swallowed Lego heads for science, and here's what came out.
The doctors?
Yes. So so what it is it's a doctor in Australia. He wanted to do a study. He's an emergency physician in Australia.
Okay.
And he says he has met with a lot of anxious parents whose children have swallowed different things over the years.
Valid.
And he's gotten a lot of different, situations where parents have been in with their kids and their kids swallowed this or that. A lot of kids he sees swallow Legos. He, counsels people in a lot of things where, not difficult, really dangerous things for kids to swallow, like
right.
button batteries or coins or something that's a real choking hazard.
Oof.
And dangerous for their body. But the most common one is parents complaining that their kids swallow Legos. And so he's like, I wanted to put parents' mind at ease, to spare parents from needless worry. So they did a study. He and 5 other physicians did the study where they swallowed Lego pieces.
Just intentionally swallowed
and wanted to see what would happen or what other factors could be involved to kind of set parents' mind at ease. Because the biggest thing that he wanted to tell parents is, you know what, if your kid, if it's small enough, your kid will pass it, but don't bother going through their poop to try to find it. Like, if it's a certain size, it's not worth it. You don't need to stress about it. Just let them pass it, but don't go digging their poop out and searching through it to find the missing piece, So they ran an experiment and they published the results. So each doctor swallowed a Lego head, and they wanted to see how long it took to swallow and excrete the plastic toy.
Wait, did they publish the results or pooplish the results?
Just listen. So it says they charted the journey and decided to find what came out on the other side. Their study included 3 criteria. 1, any previous gastrointestinal surgery. 2, the inability to ingest foreign objects. Or 3, an aversion to searching through fecal matter, which was their team favorite. So researchers measured the time it took for the gulped Lego heads to be passed. Here's the best part.
Oh, no.
The time interval was given a found and retrieved time score. In parentheses, F.A.R.T.
A found and retrieved time.
Now, I'll read the results of the study a little bit.
I'm so proud of them.
So there's a disclaimer on this story from NPR, and it said, where was the disclaimer? It says, editor's note, this episode contains frequent and mildly graphic mentions of poop. It may cause giggles in children and certain adults. So here's the findings of their study. So it's a research article. It's based on this study, which was done. It was actually published in 2018. So this is not a new thing. It was published a while ago. So its aim is to, explain to parents that there may be concerns over certain things that their children ingest, but they wanted to see if this whole Lego thing was, is concerning.
How bad is it really?
So their F.A.R.T score averaged 1.71 days. Females may be more accomplished at searching through stools than males, but this could not be statistically validated.
Wait, they're saying females are better at searching through poop?
Conclusions. A toy object quickly passes through adult subjects with no complications. This will reassure parents, and the authors advocate that no parent should be expected to search through their child's feces to prove object retrieval.
Wow.
What is already known, children frequently ingest foreign objects.
Yep.
2, parents worry about transit times and complications from ingestion. What the paper finds. A predefined object passes through adult patients in 1 to 3 days. There were no complications in our subjects. Parents should be counseled not to search for object in stools as it is difficult to find. One of the things that I found the most hilarious in this study.
This is really quality stuff.
There's a lot of scientific information in the study, but it says to standardize bowel habitat between participants, we developed a stool hardiness and transit score.
Yes.
SHAT score. According to the SHAT score, the acronyms are just
these are the best
gold. There's a
in the
FART
whole
score.
world.
There's a SHAT score. I want to meet these guys. The study came out in 2018. It's amazing. The doctors are anywhere. There were 6 subjects. Doctors between the ages of 27 and 45. Half male, half female. It's gold. It's pure gold.
That is.
But it was such a random article that I had to click it and find out great scientific article that a doctor was like,
the greatest story we've ever
I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to swallow Lego head. Hey, you guys want to swallow some Lego heads too? And then we're going to study how long it takes us to poop it out. But we're going to follow some FART scores and SHAT scores just to see the factors involved. So anyways, thank you NPR for sharing that article with us and for the disclaimer, because it did cause giggles in this adult.
Looking back, you're absolutely right. There was no transition that would have been adequate going through.
No, you just kind of dive right in.
Nope. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Just gonna let that one sink in for a minute.
Ew. Yeah. Are you ready for Sponsor Your Life?
Absolutely, I am.
Me too.
So you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. So sponsor of my life this week is all of the cleaning that we've been doing for getting ready to move. Shout out to this company that I've been using for like the past it's been like a year now. For their cleaning products. They're called Branch Basics, and I am like hugely into. It's this terrible sentence that I'm speaking right now. I can't English.
Did you like study
I know,
English
it's bad.
stuff?
It's Sunday night and I'm tired. So they're called Branch Basics, and they're really safe, non-toxic cleaning products.
And that's a big deal for you.
It is. I'm really, really trying to work hard to reduce our toxic,
avoid harsh chemicals.
Avoiding all that, just, trying to live as low tox as possible. So I really like the company, and I've been using them for a while, and they make great product, and I've been using it, and it's very effective. So yeah, with all the cleaning I've been doing, it's nice to know that I am, being safe and still able to clean effectively without compromising the, usefulness of the product. So Branch Basics.
They're great. And, we have a lot of little kids and they put everything in their mouth.
Absolutely.
And so it is nice to know that you can sprit something down and
Asher
not freak out.
Constantly tries to chew on that spray bottle, and I'm not sitting there going, oh, no, it's bleach. No, it's safe.
Yeah. so that's obviously we don't let him chew on.
No, but the other day when he had it in his hand, I wasn't terrified.
Right. You don't freak out. No, definitely. All right. So sponsoring my life is an activity more than a product. So this past week, we finally got a little bit of snow. It's been such a weird winter. We have seen almost no snowfall. There was like a little blizzard Christmas Eve, and then it all melted like a day later or 2 days later.
To be fair, it's where we live.
Yeah, it's just we're in this like mid-Michigan area, and there's just not like we're not near the lake. We're not getting all that snow. Mm-hmm. But we finally got like actual snow, and so the schools were canceled, and I worked in the morning, and I kept looking out the window, and I was like, man, it's a beautiful day, and our boys are finally big enough. They've never been sledding, and so I took a half day. I decided, you know what, I'll work on my day off. I'm going to take my day off right now, and we went on Wednesday afternoon, and I played hooky, and we took the boys to the sledding hill.
It was so fun.
It was a riot. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. The 6-year-old was way into it. He was like yep, this is awesome. The 4-year-old,
Everybody was into it.
but at first Amos was like, I don't
That's
want
true.
to. But then he watched his brother do it one time, and he was so on board with
And
it.
then he and Ezra were going down by themselves.
Oh, they were having
even
a
the
great
11-month-old Asher was going down with you on the
Yep,
side. He
he
thought
sat
it was
on my lap.
hilarious.
It was so fun. And honestly, not very many people. There was one family there when we got there, and they left early. So
it was perfect.
We had the whole hill to ourselves. It was really a wonderful. It took me back, just the childhood, just sledding. That's what's sponsoring my life, is just sledding. It's
being
awesome.
A kid, playing hooky.
It was fun, got away from work for a little bit. I did have to work on my
It's true.
other
We worked
day
on
off.
it's
I
true.
worked the whole weekend instead.
You skipped Wednesday afternoon, but you worked Friday, Saturday, and today. So
So it was fun. It was so much. I had a great time, and I had so much fun. Like watching them have fun, just enjoying my children who are waking up to winter sports, and that was really cool.
It is. It's
and
fun.
So I think that was a lot of fun. They kind of got tired kind of quick, they got cold fast, but it was the perfect little trip. And we went out, we came back, we had hot chocolate. It was such a good day.
It was a really good day.
We had a little fire that night. We got a fire log and hot chocolate, and it was just a really great day. And that was absolutely sponsored my life today.
Excellent.
All right. Are you ready?
I think I am.
It is time for another round of playlist puzzles. For those who listen to this show regularly, you've probably heard I don't know, what are we on, round 7? I mean, we play this game a lot. We like it. It's fun. Basic gist is what we do is we go out and we find lyrics. Long ago, we discovered that there is a certain similarity between 80s love ballad and 90s contemporary Christian music. And so what we do is we read lyrics from songs and we try to guess. The other person has to guess whether it is an 80s song or a love song, is it a love song or like a secular love song or a contemporary Christian song, because sometimes lyrics are super vague.
We found some problematic CCM songs.
We found some really fun, and so it's been a long time since we play lots of games, but we haven't done this one in a while. True. I'm really excited because I found a bunch. I had a lot of fun.
Well, then you can go first then.
Wow, I could read a whole big chunk of this. Okay. Just between you and me, I've got something to say. Want to get it straight before the sun goes down. Just between you and me.
It's an 80s song.
Nope.
Really?
It's 90s CCM.
Oh my gosh.
DC Talk, Between You and Me.
Oh my gosh.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If I read the rest of it, they start talking about confession. Just between you and me. Confession needs to be made. Recompense is my way to freedom now. Just between you and me, I've got something to say.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's all about confessing to God.
Yeah.
But boy, it doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, it doesn't at all. Wasn't going there. Jeez.
All right, what else you got?
Okay. All right, so my first one. Your touch, your kiss, your grace to me is deeper than my soul can see.
Wait. Can you say it again?
Your touch, your kiss, your grace to me is deeper than my soul can see.
The kiss is weirding me out. If that's a contemporary song, I'm very concerned. I mean, there's kissing, but no, it's got to be an 80s song.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, final answer.
Oh, it's CCM.
No!
It's called My Life, My Love, My All by Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin, what are you doing, man?
He's out there writing love ballads, man.
Okay, wait. So what is it? It's your touch?
Your touch, your kiss, your grace to me is deeper than my soul can see.
I mean, I feel like I'm a fairly I'm open to poetic blah, 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 but boy, that is out there.
Yeah, I bet.
Greet one another with a holy kiss. We're just weirded out by that in our culture, but oh my gosh, that is funny and not at all what I would have guessed. And Kirk Franklin, he's critically, he's not superficial. He's known for
not like a random band.
No, he's a big deal. Man. All right. Falling from a blue sky, kissing your cares goodbye. They all fall like a million pieces. Let me skip down. Carrying a millstone malaise, it's been pulled down your gaze. You pound the pavement, it don't give or care. This weight ain't yours to bear.
That's CCM.
Yeah. I accidentally read the one line that is actually the title of the song. Let me read it from the beginning. They all fall like a million rains, falling from the blue sky, kissing your kiss goodbye. Newsboys, million pieces.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that sounded too familiar.
I wasn't gonna read the million pieces line. I didn't mean to, but then I read it and I was like, So I just think, yeah, kissing your cares goodbye. It doesn't sound very CCM.
Not
so
really.
Thought I could get you on that.
Oh, man. Okay, my next one says, let's stay together, loving you whether times are good or bad.
Let's stay together. Whether times are... That's like a breakup song. That's an 80s song. It's gotta be.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, good.
Good job. I was struggling this time. I love this game, but I was having a hard time finding new content. I don't know why it was so hard for me this time.
Yeah, I know you're struggling right now. We all are in different ways. It's like a new world that we don't even know. It's hard to sleep, even harder to dream. But look, you got 7 billion brothers and sisters all in the same boat, so don't panic. Life has a way of surviving and going on and on.
That's an 80s song.
Yeah? Shoot, I made it too easy. Yep, Don't Give Up by Alice Cooper.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it's very like, it's a very
true.
empowering,
It's very empowering,
song,
positive,
you know?
Yeah.
Don't give up, don't, have hope and all that. All right, well done.
All right, you ready for my next one?
Yes.
Okay. Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you. I told you that we could fly because we all have wings, but some of us don't know why.
We all have wings is a pretty cheesy Christian type line. I still think it's an 80s song. I'm going to go 80s song.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
correct.
I could see the disappointment in your eyes.
Darn it. It's called Never Tears Apart.
Who's it by?
INXS.
Oh, I don't know them.
You're better at this than I am today.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think I've guessed that they are all 80s songs.
That's true. That's true. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. You got me feeling like $1 million. Some people write it off as Irish luck, but I know better because my rabbit's foot never did me a bit of good.
Is that a CCM song?
It is.
I said, why the rabbit's foot? Like, that's such a random toss in.
Oh my gosh. It's DC Talk again.
Come on, DC Talk.
I know. What on earth? It's Since I Met You.
Just, I didn't we agree that just like not sing anything DC Talk unless it was Jesus Freak and then just walk away?
I love this stuff though. It's so DC Talk was my jam back in the day. Like, oh yes, okay. Before I move off of DC Talk, I just have to read you the absolutely fabulous lyrics of the song. I feel like you don't maybe know DC Talk as much.
Not as familiar.
So that was one of my bands.
Okay.
Like I listened to all their CDs and everything, and so this is an early DC Talk song. It's called "That Kind of Girl." Did you ever hear the song?
The title sounds very familiar.
It's amazing.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Oh dear.
Let's see. Well, this is verse 2. Well, I'm looking for a girl who's virtuous, because God laid it on my heart to search for this. So I opened up the word to the book of Proverbs. The 31st chapter tells me all about her. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain. A woman who fears the Lord, she ain't playing.
I do know this song.
Right?
I do know
my
this song.
gosh. Oh, a woman who fears the Lord, she ain't playing. Hear what I'm saying, because I'm saying it clearly. She's the kind of girl I got to have near me.
You know, I don't know that I liked it when they sang it, and I really don't like it when you sing it. So.
Oh my god. This is like, I feel like, you know how like Will Smith probably feels about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? Like when he looks back and he's like, oh my gosh, look what I wore, look what I said. I feel like that's how Toby Mac feels about this song. Oh man, different from the ones before, because I know she loves the Lord. She's that kind of girl, virtuous in every way, the kind of girl that makes you say, I hope she comes my way. Whew. Oh boy, Newsboys.
Oh boy. Not Newsboys, DC Talk.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. We'll pretend they're different
All
bands.
right. Do you want me to read my last one?
Yes.
Okay. It says, you only get just one time around. You only get one shot at this. One chance to find out the one thing you don't want to miss. One day when it's all said and done, I hope you see that it was enough. This one ride, one try, one life to love.
One ride, one try, one life to love. Maybe it's just because my brain is thinking it's 80s, but I just... The ride bit, is that what it said? My one ride?
Yeah.
I feel like that's very 80s. Like, we're going to ride, like we got ride or die, get out there.
It's true, yeah.
I'm thinking 80s. That's, yep.
No, it's a CCM band apparently called, the song is called 33 Miles. I can't remember what the band's name was, but.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I was like, what is this? Yeah, it was very cheesy.
That's awesome.
It was recommended, though, as the perfect love ballad for your Christian wedding. So,
yikes.
according to the website that I want you to find these lyrics, and
That's
I was
amazing.
thinking that was probably...
Do you remember when we played this game? This was like 6 months ago. It was a long time ago. And you found that article of like songs, Christian songs for love making or whatever.
the worst. Oh, that was bad.
I'm gonna link that in the show notes. I gotta find that article
Oh,
again.
that was bad.
So
it was
funny.
like, put this playlist on for some perfect love making, and I was like, I don't think that I will.
I don't think so.
I don't need your advice.
All right, I'm a little worried you know this band, so we'll see if you know this one. But I want your love. Let's break the walls between us. Don't make it tough. I'll put away my pride. Enough's enough. I've suffered, but I've seen the light.
This is an 80s band.
Is it?
Yes.
You have hesitation in your eyes.
Yes.
Yes.
This is an 80s band.
It's not just an 80s band. It's an 80s band you know very well.
It's Aerosmith.
It is.
Yeah.
Well done. I left one word out.
Yeah.
It's I want your love. Let's break down the walls between us. Don't make it tough. I'll put away my pride. Enough's enough. I've suffered and I've seen the light. Baby, you're my angel.
Yeah, I used to love this song.
I have no idea how the song goes. I don't actually know the song. But I just thought, break down walls, put away pride, suffered, seen the light.
I used to, I didn't even have enough money. I was 18.
Yeah.
I didn't even have enough money to buy the CDs, so I would go to the library and I would rip them to my computer, and then I would burn them onto CDs, and I would blare I had all the Aerosmith CDs, but I would blare this song specifically, driving my old 1996 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Nice.
Pretty awesome. Anyways, that was my story, and I'm glad to share it.
All right, I have two more.
Wow, you were way more prepared than I was. I only had 4.
I had fun grabbing these, and so I'll just run through them.
All right, try me.
No, I probably won't read that line.
Oh dear. Okay.
Just some of these songs, there's certain lines that will totally give it away.
Okay.
Fate comes knocking, doors start locking, your old time connection, gotta change your direction. You ain't gonna change it, can't rearrange it.
Those looks are very familiar. It's an 80s song?
Same old story, same old song and dance.
It's an 80s song. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Aerosmith again.
I was going to say, that's very familiar.
Get yourself a cooler, lay low, coincidental murder with nothing to show. I couldn't read verse 2. It says, gotcha with cocaine, they found you with your gun. I think
it's a little too close to home, doesn't it, JJ?
This one, I don't know. The lyrics, I'll probably cut this one. I'll read it to you, but it's like these lyrics don't fit in any category. It's just kind of like, what is this?
This is
it's
weird, yeah.
Bluebirds sing and the flowers bloom and the grass gets green. It's a curious thing, but it's just our thing. Wherever we go, the bees behave. In the treetops, squirrels smile and wave. It's a curious thing, and it's humbling.
Is this a Disney movie?
Doesn't it sound like it's like Snow White?
Snow White singing to the woodland creatures here?
What's so funny though is some of these bands, you listen to them and you've been singing these songs your whole life, and you just never really stopped and think about the lyrics.
This has to be an 80s song. I can't imagine why it would be a CCM song.
Why would that be a CCM song? Except it's totally a CCM song. It's Newsboys again.
What the heck?
It's Wherever We Go. You remember that one? Wherever we go.
Oh, yeah.
Sing,
it's a super quirky song.
Yeah, Pete Furler, man, back in the day.
That's so bizarre.
And it
sounds like a Disney movie.
Where we go, little glowworms glow, little roadrunners run ahead, gonna tell their friends, little mice, little men, got them all excited, all invited. It's the weirdest lyrics ever. I was like, what is this?
Are we sure they didn't do drugs?
We are not sure. Hands up, holla back here. Let's throw this party in gear.
I mean, I guess they did sing Breakfast, so there are some weird, quirky things about the Newsboys.
I love the news. This was fun for me because I picked 3 bands, right? I did DC
That's
Talk,
a good way to do it, actually.
and Aerosmith, and Alice Cooper. And I just went... I was looking...
Honorable mention.
And the Alice Cooper one just popped up, and I was like, yeah, this fits.
Boy, that's so funny. I guess, I never really thought about that, but that's super quirky and...
all right, I got one more.
Okay.
If life is water, I was dry as the Tuscan dirt. If it's a gamble, I'd already lost my shirt. If it's a journey, I was dazed without a clue. I flipped you back to the first love I ever knew.
Those lyrics are actually really familiar.
But
now
I got that Newsboy song stuck in my head.
Can you read the lyrics again?
If life was water, I was dry as the Tuscan dirt. If it's a gamble, I'd already lost my shirt. If it's a journey, I was dazed without a clue. I flipped a U back to the first love I ever knew.
Is this CCM? Maybe. It sounds very familiar.
Let me give you the first line.
Okay.
You give me joy that's unspeakable.
Oh, of course.
And I like it.
I was gonna say.
And I like it, yeah. Newsboys,
Yeah.
It's called Joy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like that. The gamble, I've already lost my shirt. I can hear the lyric playing in my head, and I was like, it's not an 80s song.
See, and I actually felt, just when you read it without the tune and you don't know what it is, I thought it kind of sounded like a country song.
It does.
You know,
sound
like it's a journey,
the whole,
and I got to turn do a U-turn.
Yep, dirt. And,
dry as the dirt. Yeah. So, yeah, but if you just pull it out, but there's like the one line, the joy that's unspeakable, that's the line that's like the melody that everybody jumps
Well,
on.
an unspeakable joy is like obviously
very
Christian. It's not.
I love that game.
That's a fun game.
Fun.
It's
been a long time,
good.
so that was a good round of playlist puzzles. Hey, and if you thought that this was a lovely episode, you know you can support us. There is a GoFundMe out there. I'll link it in the show notes. We are looking to upgrade this podcast. We have one new microphone, which is great. It did improve the sound a little bit, but we'd love to continue improving and just get better and better. And so if you want to click on that, you can see the details of all the stuff we want to buy. $650 is our goal. We've already raised just over $100, so we're very excited. Thank you so much to those amazing people who have supported us thus far. If you want to head over to Spotify, rate us, review us, leave a review and mash that subscribe button or follow button or whatever. Tell your friends, send out the carrier pigeons, whatever you can do to promote this podcast.
Yeah, thanks so much to Music Time for the use of our theme song, especially. But, yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah,
pretty good. Pretty good.
Just say
Okay.
Over back and forth. This is not annoying.
No.
Are you ready to send us out with the mom joke of the week?
I am.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, what animal has more lives than a cat?
A millipede?
A frog, because it croaks every day.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Take care. See you next time.